Baton Rouge. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Spartans and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, LSU was able to bring in one of the most highly sought-after coaching candidates last season. Lane Kiffin now has an opportunity to marry his system with some of the best talent available. LSU always has great players. Can they put it all together, get back in the college football playoff picture, and contend for a national title? Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Spartans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So LSU's offense will have the ball first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Spartans offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running inside. It's Morris. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They boot it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I think one thing LSU fans want to see right out the gate with this Lane Kiffin offense, can we get some balance? Durham's been here for a couple of years. You've seen some high moments, Palmer, but like they need to get this run game going. They brought in a bunch of offensive linemen in the portal, and especially a big boy over there at left tackle. Interested to see if they can get that run game going.
And they should be able to get it going, too, at LSU, because when you think about Lane Kiffin's offenses back at Ole Miss, I know everybody talks about them throwing the football, but they were always able to run it, too. You think about guys like Quinshawn Judkins and Kejuan Lacey. They always had a dude back there giving the offense balance. Running the ball successfully is something that I expect we're going to see in Baton Rouge this season. A lot of opportunities for the running backs this year.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. LSU quick to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He's going to fire deep. He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And he's knocked down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the ground with the counter. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our...
Grabs it! Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Play number 9 on this drive. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And he'll be smacked to the ground. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Spartans peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The option, he'll keep it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying play action. He's looking deep. Got it down the field. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Plucks it out of the air. Fighting off the defender. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Just keep slinging it. Bringing the heat. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with the field goal guys all locked up here in the first quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Lets it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. LSU right back to the line.
And, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to click, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Hunt is on its way. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. And after one period of play, let's take a look at the start for these two wide receivers. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the draw. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. The option look. Keeps it on first down. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Got the back over the middle. Open space at the 25. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. LSU quick to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
On first down, it's Durham again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Dropping back, it's Levin. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete in the middle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The give on the counter. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Gets it out quickly. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Reads it, fires complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. On the ground, it's Galloway. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Turns it loose. Makes a deep grab. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides. And it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the catch. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll go to the air on second and short. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. The Spartans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Going to try to get it himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just a well-oiled offensive machine. They make the play, they get the spike, and now a chance to score before the break. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 6 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Looking for blockers. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be turning it on. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's Richmond. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Working that left side now. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Hauls it in. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. LSU right back to the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Rides the option. He keeps it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Maybe some room here. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Punt is in the air. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll keep it himself. On the move at the 30. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Levitt. He lost one down the sideline. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll take it on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The Spartans are in the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. If they can't, could be an alley. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll start on the ground with Durham. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. LSU quick to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Quarterback keep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Quick release on the RPO. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in with one hand. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. What a one-handed grab on that one. What is it about LSU receivers and only needing one mitt?
And everybody remembers where they were when Odell Beckham made that catch. It was one of the most sensational catches you've ever seen in your life, and that was a good one, too. Just sticking one paw up in the air, being able to snag it and bring it in. How about these receivers? They just make it look easy nowadays.
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Here's Durham. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a chance! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. It's complete to the right. Stumbled to the ground. LSU right back to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Running inside. It's Wilson.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Keeps it himself. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richmond.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Spartans line up to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Pulls it in, it's Green. Breaks into the open. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Durham. Quick spin on the run. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Unloads quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big move.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Zings it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Only able to pick up a yard, it'll be 3rd and 9. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Trying to take it back.
And that's a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Three consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row is not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positive, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like it. Always positive. Glass half full, Dave. Listen, I don't think they can fix everything in one week. I think this team needs to go back to the drawing board. They need to